outside. Holy cow, that's a lot of thunder, zero rain. Okay. So I just wanna apologize. Thank you, American Patriot. I completely forgot about the secondary build on my last video for this. I showed off my Grog, Bob, and John build because it's kind of it's just more unique. At least I don't really. I made this one myself, but this one is kind of just a Brutus, just stack damage build, and yeah. So I guess we'll just start with equipment. I just like a lot of crits, because if you can basically guarantee the crit, then it's just amazing. So I got more crit, some mana, I got more crit and some mana and attack, and then I just have more crit. Thanatos is probably the weakest Link. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of just buffs. So this non-damage action applies one random buff, and because all of his utility is basically just buffing, there will basically always be an extra buff, and then there's just some more magic and a lot of health, because he seems to die a lot. And I use this just for mana regen. There probably is better things though. I don't know why I went Orb, I just don't think I have anything better, and this guy is kind of just magic. And here's some mana, some health and mana, and some mana and mana regen. I fed them just crit, and you should be like, yeah, defense, because he dies very easily, and then some more mana. Okay, so basically the entire build is I just want to basically be able to buff him and guarantee a crit. So I have this plus 5%, plus 5%, plus 5% over here. So I have a plus 15%. And that's not including my equipment. So here's a plus 25%. As you can see, there's a 66% chance to hit a crit. Plus all the buffs. I guess you can just look at this little chart and see. But there's some more crit damage, and it's basically just have this guy do a lot of damage and be able to crit a lot so that he does even more damage. And if he ever takes any damage... Dang, the world is ending outside. Here's 10% more damage because all of his moves are neutral. And a lot of the times he is able to do this if damage boosted. Here's 10 more crit chance. And neutral attacks have so here we basically have like, I don't know if these count into the stats, but if not, then we have like an 80% crit chance here. I'm pretty sure that they do, because I don't think that my equipment itself, because there's 10, 20, 30, yeah, so I think it might, but I don't think that it includes this because it's mainly for attacks. So here is another 20% crit chance, so we have an 86, and if it were to gain sorcery, instead it gains might, which I mean, here's up here, buff info. You deal 20% more damage, but it can be stacked 2 more times, which is 3 times. But it gets better. It gets a lot better. Firstly, because of this, like everyone just has a lot more damage. But this, every buff, all action applies an additional buff. So good, always. It's not really good on Brutus that much because you're not really using buffs on him. Normally my first go in like a battle is like buff Brutus and try to knock out someone that scares me. But look at that. 10% damage, like just basically 10% more damage. And I think that's just one. I could be wrong. See, this path is kind of just... It's kind of just there. I don't really use it. And we have a nice crit chance here. And this is always nice. I think that I kind of just used it because, well, this, bronze over brains, and then like some shields in case like I really need healing bad. This guy, honestly, basically everything on this side of the screen isn't important. He doesn't do anything. What is important, and heck, I should probably have channeled heal. Legion might actually be a little bit nicer. But basically, this is all that matters in this build for my Thanatos. That is the glory, and then you have the duality. Whenever a monster in the party gets might, there's also a chance to get sorcery. And if it gives it to Brutus, and Brutus just gets another might, 2 more mites, and full offense. It's so good. Of course, also more sorcery and more glory. Glory is also really good. I'm pretty sure it's crit chance. Wait. Full offense. Glory. Yep, increased critical chance by 10%. So basically, we have a 100% chance of getting crit almost every single hit. Actually, I'm pretty sure every single hit. And Might also deals more damage against shields, which is really nice. He's also not very important when it comes to anything. He is kind of just the healer and like side buffer. Because he gives a regen to everyone and has 2. He has 2 combo buffs. So for every buff action, okay. So let's say that you use enchantment, then you'll get 2 more buffs besides the regen and sorcery to your entire party. Plus sorcery equivalates to might for Brutus. And glory deals more. I don't know if that helps the entire team, not gonna lie. And he's kind of just the healer, I'm not gonna lie. He has some nice buffs. Like Heroic Party is definitely good, but I mainly just use him for healing and yeah. And I'll show off the thing in action. Sure. I don't know how this is gonna work out because yeah. So as you can see, we already have 4 might stacks, and well, we can get rid of one guy immediately. That's not what I want to do though. I just want a Fury of Blows. Just make him take a lot of damage early on. I think I want to take care of Yaoi first, because as someone who has my own Yaoi, then like I know his power. Channeled heal this round. I want to fix my mic. Holy cow. I apologize. Right? And then want to riot. Just apply a lot more buffs. So as you can see, we were gaining sorcery, meaning that we are fully maxed out on might right now. And as you can see, our multiple hit got rid of 2 people. Sure that the only reason I'm pretty sure that the eye is resistant. So I don't think these 3 are gonna be very good against these guys because they have just a lot of debuffs, which this build doesn't really counter. Yeah, it's mainly our other build that works around debuffs. I just wanted to show off how stupid the other build can become. Especially against like the right people, and like let's say that instead of killing all of them, we instead killed just one. We just focused. Then like especially if that guy was giving us problems in like another area, like Like basically, like everyone on the right side here all had like stupid amounts of like bleed stacks, and I just wanted to get rid of the people giving us the bleed stacks. So that's a really good use of Brutus to me, and it's also really good because it's how I beat basically every champion monster. I haven't beaten the new one yet, only because it's super difficult. At least for me. I don't know why. My build just cannot do it. It's just... Yeah, but as you can see from all these stars and how some even have 7 stars? 6 stars, okay. It's mainly from the Brutus strat. Like, I don't think that my Lion build can do anything that powerful. Like the Lion build is more of like a long run, and the Brutus is more of just a death to everything. So yeah, I apologize for excluding the secondary build. I just kind of forgot. I'm not gonna lie. The whole reason I made the video was because I got a comment, and they're like, "Hey, what is your build?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I never showed it." And so I was just showing off the build that I made myself, and then like, oh my, okay. Well, I'm gonna stop rambling. So my mic doesn't do this. So I'll see y'all all in the next one.